Tolong bantu dukungannya agar semakin berkembang. Subscribe channel ini ya.
Any leftover termites. The loose soil also provides other benefits. With little water to wash in, these birds have another solution. They bathe in dust. And BB's churned up dirt makes the perfect bath. The dust removes parasites and absorbs excess oil. It's a technique used by many birds the world over to keep their wings in good condition, which in turn helps them escape from predators. But this isn't the only reason to keep their feathers looking their best. It's breeding season, and males know that females go for a bird with natty plumage. For a peacock, it's all about the tail. And a tail this grand needs a lot of looking after. It takes more than an occasional dust bath. The national bird of India spends 50% more time preening than other birds. Not surprising when his glamorous train can reach up to 1.5 meters long. Having the best tail, in the best condition, with the most eye spots, is the key to success with the ladies. Microscopic structures on the feather's barbs shimmer with spectacular iridescence. Males position themselves in relation to the sun to make sure their feathers look as impressive as possible. If his feathers meet with approval, a male can win a harem of up to 5 females. But while it's a great courtship strategy, standing out can also attract unwelcome attention from the competition. During mating season, males gather together in an area known as a lek, where they vie for the females. Within the lek, each male has its own small territory. And it's annoying when the neighbors start trespassing on your turf. No self-respecting peacock is going to share. Keeping it clear of intruders can be a full-time job. But having successfully defended his patch, now all he needs is the females to turn up. As May turns to June, the monsoon rains should soon be here. The midday heat now touches 30 degrees. The cubs have learned from Mum and are starting to search for their own food. In the shadows of the rocks where they're foraging hides a deadly surprise. Scorpions. Equipped with vice-like pincers, venomous stings, and lightning-fast, aggressive reflexes. More than 100 different species are found in India, including some of the most venomous in the world. Many of them thrive in this arid environment. This one is looking for a dark corner to hide in until nightfall, when it will emerge to hunt its prey of grasshoppers and cockroaches. Although its venom isn't likely to kill an adult bear, it could deliver a painful sting to a young cub. Bibi knows to steer clear of scorpions, but her cubs haven't yet learned which creatures to avoid. Their soft snouts probe the nooks and crannies. Thankfully, this scorpion isn't deadly, but a painful pinch has just delivered an important lesson. Frightened, they run straight for their mother, and both climb on board. Sloth bears are the only bears that routinely carry their offspring on their backs. It's a behavior developed to help the cubs save precious energy and allows Bibi to protect them from predators, big and small. Out of harm's way, the family retreats to their cave on the edge of the clearing. Since she gave birth here 8 months ago, this cave has been the family home. It still provides safety and relief from the heat while they wait for the rains. By the end of June, the rains still haven't arrived. Drought is setting in. It's a real threat to the peacocks, but they have more than just their own survival to think about. They must pass on their genes while there's still time. Peacocks have a limited window for mating. If they don't breed in the next few weeks, they won't breed at all, and will have to wait until next year, if they survive that long. This male is in his prime. He has successfully fought off the competition and preened himself to perfection. But does he understand the basic principles of courtship? First, pick your target, preferably one that's not a rock. Choosing an animal is better, but maybe not a mongoose or a monkey. At last, he's on the right track. But turning his back on her might be sending the wrong signal. Looks like Romeo has blown his chance. He's got to get this right, and soon. Most peacocks lose their tail feathers by the end of August, so time is running out. With the relief of the monsoon still nowhere to be seen, trees and plants are starting to wilt. And with them, the last of the macaques' food supplies. These mothers need to be well fed to produce milk for their infants. The youngest babies were born back in March, when their mothers had plenty of food to produce rich, nutritious milk. But like all mammals, without enough to eat themselves, their supply will dry up. And in the 30-degree heat, without its mother's milk, a nursing infant will almost certainly die. In times of drought, 8 in 10 of these babies will starve. Unaware of the looming danger, the babies are getting more adventurous, starting to explore the area to look for food and playmates. But like all toddlers, squabbles break out easily. Although young females inherit their mother's position in the troop's hierarchy, all the infants scuffle to assert their dominance. Even at this young age, social rank is all important. When food is scarce, animals higher up the ladder have better access to the finite resources. Being at the top of the hierarchy still doesn't necessarily mean you have the pick of the food. Bibi and her cubs are here too, scouring the ground for insects. Bears, macaques and peacocks alike search for what's still on offer. On the far side of the clearing, despite the wait for rain, another species has a schedule to keep to. This is a colony of Bayer weaver birds. And these peculiar-looking structures are the early stages of their intricate nests. These birds were stimulated to start building when the summer days reached a certain length. And construction is now well underway. The males alone do the weaving. They tear long, thin strands from leaves and grasses, then carefully thread and knot them together into the foundations of their complex nests, anchored in the branches. They will make more than 500 separate trips backwards and forwards to create their tubular masterpieces. Each male has his own technique. There's the analytical architect, the one who will make a strong, sturdy nest, but likes to take his time. Then there's the cowboy builder. He's certainly quick, but he's a little slapdash. All this activity is for one simple reason: to impress a watching female. She has the perfect vantage point from which to choose a partner. Flapping their wings, each male vies for her attention. She carefully inspects both building sites. She needs to choose the structure most likely to provide a secure home for her precious clutch of up to 4 eggs. It needs to be high enough off the ground and on the thinnest possible branch to be safely out of reach of predators. Yet the nest and branch must also be strong enough to withstand the monsoon storms, if they arrive. She chooses the perfectly executed structure built by the architect. His attention to detail has won him the girl. Now he's got a mate, he needs to hurry up and finish the construction. Rain or no rain, this female will lay her eggs within the next few weeks. As June turns to July, the monsoon is now more than a month overdue. The baking sun is transforming the landscape. Any residual water is gradually being sucked from the earth. The ground buckles and breaks. Dry and parched, these plains are fast becoming a harsh wasteland. Even Bibi's clearing is starting to dry out. But it's still a magnet for other animals seeking sanctuary. An old female ambles slowly into the area. She's blind in one eye, and her scars tell the tale of a tough and eventful life. It's always a fight for survival. Sloth bears can live well into their 20s. And life is hard for this old-timer. Walking isn't as easy as it used to be. Nearly blind, she must rely solely on her sense of smell to search for food. There are ants under this cactus, but she can't quite reach them. She's hungry and exhausted. In the relentless heat, today, everything is just too much effort. Bibi and her cubs return to the clearing from foraging nearby. They immediately catch the scent of the intruder in their patch. But Bibi needn't be worried. Female bears rarely attack each other's cubs, and with her failing health, this old lady is no threat. They can peacefully share the clearing and the food it provides. There's another reason for Bibi to relax. This elderly female is actually her mother. Their home ranges overlap, and she's been coming to the clearing for years. It's the old female who taught her daughter how to find food in this precious place, just as Bibi is now passing this knowledge on to her own cubs. In years when the monsoon rains fail completely, this handed-down wisdom could mean the difference between life and death. But even in the oasis of the clearing, groundwater is now harder to find. Without water to drink, none of these bears will make it through. If the monsoon doesn't arrive soon, Bibi may have to make a difficult decision. Leaving her small sanctuary may give her the chance to find food and water elsewhere. But it's a risk. The land beyond the boundaries of her home range is an unknown. Over recent years, increasing human population has led to significant habitat loss and forest fragmentation across India. It's a huge problem for all sloth bears. Their numbers are declining as they struggle to find a safe, secure place to live that will provide all they need. So leaving their home and everything they know could put Bibi's cubs at much greater risk. For now, she decides they're better off staying put. But if the rains don't come, her clearing won't remain a safe haven for very much longer. The next day, the wind has picked up. It could be a sign that the weather is changing. But right now it's causing problems for some of the animals in the clearing. Peacocks struggle with their outrageous tails. The prime male managed to mate with a harem of 3 peahens. His tail has worked its magic, but it now shows signs of wear and tear. It's 2 months since the bio weavers started to build their nests, but not all of them have survived. The weaker structures have been blown down, while others stand unfinished and abandoned. But those that have survived are nearly complete. Their entrance tunnels have been painstakingly elongated to deter potential. Potential predators like snakes. The female made the right choice with the dedicated architect. He's putting the finishing touches to his nest, which has withstood the wind. Inside, the female makes sure that the nest chamber is just right. She'll soon lay her eggs, which will take just over 2 weeks to hatch. So she can't take any chances with the preparations. In a normal year, the monsoon rains would already have triggered an explosion of insects, enough to provide their chicks with all the food they need to survive. But without the rains, there are fewer insects, which means their chicks will starve. And right now, they have more immediate worries. Their finished nest is prime real estate for other birds. Given half a chance, Indian silverbills would love to move in. After all their hard work, the pair must keep a close eye on these potential housebreakers. As the days without rain drag on, life for everyone is reduced to the bare necessities. With the easy targets already picked over, Bibi and her cubs must now spend 10 hours a day looking for food. Twice as long as normal. In the macaque troop, hunger makes tempers flare. One male pushes his luck too far. As with the youngsters, male macaque adults vie for dominance. They must fight over and over for their position in the hierarchy. The higher up they are, the better their access to the dwindling food supplies. So despite risk of injury, winning this fight could be vital to the male's survival. As quickly as it started, the fight is over. This male has secured his rights to the limited rations. A new hierarchy is in place, for now. And no one has been seriously injured. Back in the clearing, grooming calms the whole troop and cements the change in leadership. Soothing relationships between individuals will help the whole troop cooperate during these increasingly lean times. But as hard as some animals have it, there are those in the clearing who are content with the extended spell of dry weather. This is a male peninsular rock agama. He gets all the moisture he needs from the insects in his diet, so he's untroubled by the lack of rain, which means he can concentrate on another key to survival: finding a mate. And as with all males that live in this clearing, that takes work. He has already traded up his usual dull brown colouring to spectacular black and yellow stripes, his outfit for the breeding season. Now, just like the peacocks and bayou weavers, he has to impress his potential mate. First off, get her attention. Push-ups are a good start. She's intrigued. But the one thing that will really make him stand out is his bravery. To demonstrate just how fearless he is,